This is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video. Another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver. Oh, wait a minute, it's Polly Reindeer. You got me really good. Even though I saw you run across, jump in the water, and then go in the cave, you weren't a very convincing William Beaver. But yeah, there is no William today. It's just me and Polly today. It's because I mentioned we're going to be doing some redstone. And surprisingly, all of the other helpers just disappeared all of a sudden. They were suddenly very busy, weren't they, when we had to do some some redstone. Not Polly, though. Polly was up bright and early and ready. Anyway, let's go inside and let's go and have some cake. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious. We'll go and grab Barnaby up from his little bedroom loft up here. Good morning, Barnaby. Then yeah, let's go out someone to the love garden, and then we're going to be going back to the Funland to continue doing the map drawing minigame, which I started building in the last episode. If you didn't see that episode, don't worry about it. I'll explain exactly what it is when we get over there. But first, the person I'm adding to the love garden is Cuddly, and they're called Cuddly as well. And the reason I'm adding them is for a poem that they wrote for me, and I will read the poem to you. This is the poem. It says, Stampy's world is full of wonders, where he spends the day and night, creating mini-games and building shops, with some renovations to make things right. His furry friend Barnaby is always there, along with William, Polly and Fizzy too. A morning cake is what Stampy loves, making his world a place so new. He builds and he creates. He dreams and he plays. Stampy's world, it's a place of joy where he loves to spend his days. I'm sorry, Cuddly, for ruining your poem at the very end, but I loved it. So thank you so much for writing it for me, and welcome to my love garden. Although it's an inaccurate poem, because in the poem it says along with William, Polly, and Fizzy, but it didn't mention unless it's a day where they're doing redstone, and it will just. It'll just be me and Polly. All right then, Barnaby, let's go get you over to the dog house. And then, who hasn't been with us? I don't think Benton's joined us in a while, so let's have Benton joining us. And where did Barnaby get to? Barnaby, oh, there you are. Always straight to the food, always with the beetroot stew with you. That's one thing I've learned about you, Barnaby, that I didn't know before, is that he loves beetroot stew. Right, Benton, you can join us. And, I want to enter the Funland through, like, the main entrance, because we have a proper main entrance. I've always had the sign, and I've always had, like, the little colourful tunnel, but recently we built, like, a big, proper, dramatic entrance, and I realised that these kind of things I build, and then I never, like, actually spend any time using them. So I want to make sure that I don't spend all the time building it, and then we never actually go through it again. And seeing as we're, like, in one of the rare times building right by the entrance, and like it doesn't actually make sense to teleport, it would actually probably take longer to teleport and then run to where we're going. I thought now would be a good time to use it. Only problem is that it's not very dog compatible, the tunnel. So this won't be a very efficient way to get to the Funland, because I'm going to have to walk into the Funland, sit Benton down, leave the Funland, and then re-enter the Funland through the slower way to enter the Funland. But it will be dramatic, and that's the thing that matters, because we're going to be building right down over there. And to be fair, we actually probably will have enough time today, because we're not in like a we're not in a mad rush to get loads done. Like, we basically got most of the game done in the last one anyway, so we don't actually need to stress too much today. Basically, we're just going to make a mechanism to link it all up. But I do want to have a little test today. I want to have some fun drawing, just to make sure that's all working. So yeah, here is our fancy, colourful tunnel. And for all of those that didn't see the episode building it, they're all going, ooh, I like that. That's right. Everyone collectively went, ooh, that looks quite cool at the same time, apart from those that saw it. They were like, oh yeah, I remember. Anyway, right, let's go up here. So basically, if you don't know what's happening, is we get teleported to the Nether, and then we go through these portals, and that would teleport us back to the lovely world, but just really high up in the sky, which is just much quicker than having to like climb like a giant ladder. So we're now like really high up, and we get a good view of the Funland, or at least we would if my draw distance was set to be a little bit higher. We have a good view of the Funland directly beneath where we are currently standing. And hello, Polly. Oh, be careful, because I have had trouble, but don't forget the landing is now more open. So I have good faith in you. So whenever you're ready, Polly, down you go. I'll follow after you. We're committed to doing this together. And there we go. No problems whatsoever. Right then, let's go grab Benton. And we'll go and run to the game. I haven't come up with a name, but I will explain the way the rules work, just for those that didn't see the last episode or can't remember. Basically, you'll draw on the floor in one of the quadrants with carpets, like a picture. Any picture. Could be a simple picture, could be a smiley face, could be a flower, could be an ink sac, could be a tree, could be a fountain, could be a creeper. You can see I haven't got a very good imagination. I'm literally just saying things that I'm directly staring at. Could be a long grey path. And then we then load that into a map. And then the person needs to look at the map, so they'll see just very tiny the thing that's built, and they need to try and rebuild it as accurately as possible. And then they'll reset a map for the next side, and we basically keep going through until we get to the end, and we basically see how close was the original artwork to the one that kind of ended up being put down there. And where is Benton? Here is Benton. You can stay standing up. It should be a pretty safe build. We're not going high at all. So first things first, let's go and get the redstone done. So basically, we're doing a very simple method. I did experiment doing things with like all hoppers and stuff. And Polly, if you want to grab some of these dispensers, if you go and do some of the other quadrants if you want. Basically, if you just place them under the middle torch, I've already worked out like where the... oh no, oh that's annoying. I'll go grab that later because I've got the exact right amount of dispensers, so I'm going to have to go and grab that. I might actually... Actually, I don't want to fill in the floor, because I want to make sure that we can see, because the idea is that I've dug out all of the ground underneath. I've made one of my redstone dungeons down underneath there, just to make it easier for myself. So, all right, let me go down and let me go grab the dispenser that I dropped down here. So yeah, basically it's going to be very simple. You press a button and water is going to fire out, and because we're building out of carpets, all of the carpets gets broken away by the water, and then you're just going to run around and gather them. Like it didn't seem worth trying to make some like fancy mechanism, especially as I want the floor to be completely covered. Like sometimes you do need to think about like the effort put in compared to the reward you get out. It isn't worth it. And actually speaking about that, I did make a mistake and it was driving me crazy. It doesn't matter at all, just to make that clear, but it's driving me crazy. But if you look at the map here, actually, if I get my old telescope out, you can see that, oh, I'm spinning it. Okay, if I zoom in and then pan, ooh, where is it? There it is. You can see that, you can see like there's the wall around the outside there, but here you can see the outside edge of one of the other areas. And then on one of the other sides, you can see that you can't see any edge at all. Is it this one? No, it must be the one down here. Basically what I'm trying to say is this entire thing is built slightly one block off, and I was going back and forth saying, do I rebuild the whole thing, which would mean literally destroying all of this, rebuilding it one block across, moving all of the paths, all of the lanterns and stuff. So if I go to, where's this one? Oh, excuse me, Polly. Wait, there we go. You can see this one, there's no edge along the top, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all. But it's really annoying. So sorry for pointing it out, because it might end up annoying all of you as well. Anyway, let's go to link this up then. So basically all I need to do is put a button here right next to the dispenser, and then I want it to be so when this one's pressed, it will obviously fire out water, but then I'm going to do it so this will also just link up to all of the other ones. So tell you what, Polly, do you want to actually, I'll give you a few little goals, Polly. If you want to grab these campfires, and if I throw a little bit of this wood to you as well, do you want to copy? You can kind of see the way I've done one of the campfires and one of the corners. Do you want to go and do that on all of the other sides? There you go. So that will keep Polly busy for a while. And while she does that, I'm going to go and do what I need down here. So basically, I'm going to go and place a sticky piston here so it's facing down. And I'm going to do what you've probably seen me do many times before if you've been watching for a while. Basically, this is going to push down a block of redstone. Like, this isn't completely necessarily if you don't want to use the redstone to make the block, but it just makes this way easier. So then that will be extended, and that will be the thing that will kind of just very neatly set off all of the redstone that will go everywhere else. So if I place this red down here, you can imagine that if this button was pressed, it will go and set off all of that redstone. So that's all that... Oh, the piston did not go down. The piston is in the wrong place, and you probably noticed that while I was building that whole thing, going, Stampy, you silly cat, you're placing it in the wrong place. Do you know how painful it is editing my videos? And like, because all of these like little mistakes that I make all of the time, and like, you think that I don't realize, but I realize when I'm editing. But when I'm recording, I'm focusing on, like, I'm looking at my notes and my pictures, I'm focusing on what I'm saying. I make a lot of mistakes, and then I have the same experience that you have when I'm editing them of you being able to see them all. So basically, I now just need to link all of these dispensers up. So if I just do some redstone torches, which I still need to make. So let's just go and make it. Oh, probably didn't need quite that many, but oh well, we have them now. Might as well use them. So yeah, I need to just make sure that these are turned off first. So I guess I need like 2 torches. I need a torch there and a torch underneath, which means this redstone is going to have to go slightly down just so the torch doesn't leave it turned on all of the time. So let's go grab my redstone dust again. And so this is literally going to be a very simple case of linking up all of these redstone torches like that. So then this redstone can go off here. And like timing doesn't matter at all here. Like sometimes when you're doing redstone, you've got to think about like the length of redstone, and you've got to think about like repeaters to make sure that it doesn't stay on too much. But for this, all that you need to worry about is just making sure it works, because this is just going to be like the way to reset the game, like once the game is basically over. So you don't need to stress too much. Will that set, this actually might set them both off. Tell you what, I could do a little test for that. If I just go and throw something in here, let's just go throw this. So let's not throw that because I might need that. Let's throw a single bit of bread in here. And then if I just go and if I make a, I guess a button. I just want to see is if that torch gets turned on, will that set both of them off at the same time? Oh, that torch is still there. Oh, there we go. It did. Okay, so that's good. So for the ones in the middle, we only need to have the one torch there, which is rather handy. Right, let's replace that floor before that gets annoying. And then let's go and link up this redstone so it goes along here and then goes to this torch down here like this. Once again, I need to dig it down under the ground. Oh, that's annoying. But that's okay. We can fill this in. So it goes to that one there. And then we need to do this on all sides. So for this video, I'll probably not even worry about doing all of them. I'll probably just make sure I get like one side completely done, because then that will be enough for us to do our test, and then I can worry about filling in all of the rest, because like I do like doing redstone videos because I do know that some people find them useful, but when it's like you're just doing the same thing over and over again, I do realize that makes everyone fall asleep. So the only thing I need to also make sure is that we have enough repeaters so it ends up linking all of these up correctly. So this one actually doesn't need to come here. So that's like one corner all completely linked up. Let's just make a guess with these repeaters and just kind of throw some of these down. So let's just kind of place one about here. And then I think if I just throw one down like there, that should work. And then let's just throw one down here just to make sure it reaches the end. As I said, it doesn't really matter if it ends up adding a delay. All right, let's go back up top. I'm going to throw some, I got some water buckets. Oh, I think I've got them in this chest here because it was filling up my inventory too much. So let's just go and throw these. We're only doing it on this birch side for now. And then we can do our little test, because I want to do 2 goes. I want to do one go where we don't use the telescope. And then I want to do one go where we use the telescope, just to see whether using the telescope makes it so much easier. So right, we need one helper volunteer to draw the first picture. So any helper that wants to volunteer, that thinks they're an amazing artist, just stand in front of me. Oh, Polly has volunteered. Polly did mention before this that she's really bad at drawing. So sorry for putting you on the spot, because you now need to draw. So what we're going to do, so this is your... These are what you can draw out of. So basically you have these colors. I thought we'd keep it simple and just do it so you can just fill one row of your inventory with one of each of all of those colors. And so you need to just build something simple on the floor. So keep this one very simple. This doesn't have to be an amazing like piece of artwork. If I go in there and the Mona Lisa is going to be in there, I'll be annoyed because I need to try and copy whatever you draw. And you know what, Polly? I'm also really bad at drawing. So right, go ahead now. If you just go and draw. There's no like time limit, I guess, for this. Because it's a weird game, because normally in our games we're competing. Normally we're all against each other. This is like a co-op game. So we kind of like choose the difficulty ourselves. So I guess what we'll do is we'll like start off drawing something very simple, like literally like a blue square with a yellow dot in it or something, and then eventually we can kind of get more and more complicated, I guess, seeing how well we do and don't do. So what Polly draws here will be updated in this one. So is it going to be updated now? I think to update it I need to like pick up the map and look at it. And then if I put it back in, I'll be able to see. So tell you what, while Polly's still building, I might as well go grab all of my colors here neatly in a row. And you could obviously, if you are doing this in a more competitive setting and like doing, oh, no, don't. I'm only holding carpets. Oh, wait, Benton, Benton, save me. Oh wait, oh no, oh wait, okay, I'm not gonna look, Polly. I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna get Benton to save me from all of these zombies because I've just got my inventory all nicely done, and so I don't want to get rid of it. Benton, come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Benton, I think Benton might be kind of a bit of a pacifist. He really did not want to run out and save me. Right there, Polly. I assume you're done. Could you do me a favor because I got my inventory all lovely? Could you break that map here and then just replace it, and I think that should fill in the rest of your drawing. Oh, it has. Okay. Oh, is that a Nether portal? Is that the portal we went through at the Funland entrance? It is. Oh, you're a great artist. So the difficult thing is I'm meant to get the distance exact from like how far away from the wall, but that actually might be a little bit too difficult to judge. So that's 1 pixel there along the top. Yeah, see, that actually might be I might have to make the grid pattern more different, like more standing out from each other, because that is like almost impossible to tell. So tell you what, I'm going to ignore about its positioning and I'm just going to try and build it. So the bottom bit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it starts with orange on the left, and then I'm just going to try and improvise. So let's just go, let's just say it's about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's obviously purple on the, was the purple, I think the purple went 1 away from the edge. And so let's just kind of do like what shape I think a Nether portal should be. So I guess that's purple. And then I guess what would it be? Pink in the middle? I assume that's what she did. It doesn't look as good as it did in the little picture, but maybe that's just because it doesn't look as big blown up. Right, okay, let's go have a look. Let's see how well we did. So let's ignore the positioning and let's just see how good the drawings are. So I guess I'll go up to the top here. So that's what these little areas are. So you could go and compare. So you would normally be comparing this one, which would be the first one and the end one. And oh no, I did it. It was black on the outside, of course. I think because I knew it was a Nether portal, I assumed it was purple. But I think, I think the rest, I mean, the positioning is wrong, but the colors are wrong for the portal, but the rest actually I think looks pretty accurate. So I basically got no points apart from the stripe at the bottom, but this has been a very good learning experience. All right, let's give it another go. If you gather up all of your wall, we need to make sure we don't cross-contaminate the wall to make sure we always have the same amount. And oh wait, no, we're meant to use the water, aren't we? I guess wait, Polly, you don't need to break away your side yet because this is what the water's for. We can use this as a test. So this side obviously won't do anything, but if I press this button here, this should, oh yay, there we go. So that will just get rid of it all. And then if I go press the button again, it will turn all of the water off. And then now you can just go and easily gather it up. So you do still need to walk around and pick them up, but it is still quicker than having to go and punch them all away yourself. So right then, Polly, we're going to switch now. So I'm going to go on this side. You can keep hold of all of your carpets to use on the other side. And yeah, I need to think about what to draw. I really should have thought about this before. Could I try? Okay, I know what I'm going to try and draw. I am going to try and draw this. I think this is quite a simple thing, but I think Polly will quite like it. It's just how accurately can I do it? So it's a little bit more of an awkward shape. And I ran out. Oh yeah, because you only have 15 of each color. So the reason I did that was to limit people trying to be like too ambitious. I'm just trying to think of to build anything other than a smiley face, because all of my head is saying is for me to build a smiley face or a flower because I'm so boring. And I'm trying to think of something more interesting to build, but I feel like I'm kind of a little bit on the spot here. Actually, I know something that I could build. Okay, I'm gonna do something else. You know what? It doesn't even really matter to say what I'm going to build because Polly's going to see it soon anyway. So I'm gonna say out loud, I am trying to build draw, I guess, a fish. It's going to be a purple and blue fish. So, with a pink head, because I ran out. The running out of wall is really limiting. So let's say it could have a little red mouth here, and then, I guess I could use some like blue to do like some bubbles going up like that. Because this is quite tricky because they're quite spaced out. So once again, the overall positioning doesn't matter, but the way they're spaced out might. Then let's say it's got a yellow eye there. And so let's change the tail to do it a different color. just because we got the blue for the bubble. So let's say it's an orange and purple, really strange looking fish. But there we go. This is my creation. So right now I need to go over to the map to get that filled in for Polly, and then let's see how well Polly can do building. So right, there we go. It's filled in. You can see the little version there. And tell me, Polly, if you want, you can use the telescope. I'll drop it down there so you can zoom in. I don't know how much that will help you. I don't think it will make a major difference. But this is a great example of why we do these test arounds, because I really, if the pixels have to be exact, and I think that is the way to do it, because that's just the easy way to score it. I think I'm going to change this white concrete to maybe like light grey concrete, because as it is at the moment, as you see on the map, it kind of like they're similar colour enough. They all kind of get, They all kind of get blurred together. And I want them to be very obvious separate pixels, because then you could literally just count, okay, it's like the tail is 3 blocks up and 4 from the left or whatever, just to make sure the first one is in exactly the right place. Anyway, it doesn't matter if I go and watch Polly building, because I can't affect anything. Well, I guess I could if I told her, but I obviously won't. Even though I am on her side, it's just the really horrible scenario where I get to see exactly what my final one is. And I think as well, we might set a limit for like how long you can go and look at the original picture, because like I think otherwise you could really spend ages and keep going over it. Like I like the idea of you only having like 10 seconds to like reference the picture before you have to go build it, just because I think it's just more fun when it's challenging and stressful. And I think the good thing is by doing it the pixel method, is that even if it doesn't look very exact, say if I got a big splodge like this supposed fish's body, which I do realise looks nothing like a fish, by the way, like at least some of those pixels have a good chance to be in the right place. Unless they do it completely the wrong way around, there's a good chance that at least some of them will be in the right way. Looking very... What's a good way to describe how it's looking, Polly? I think interesting. I think Polly's got to the bit where she started building, but now it's been so long since she looked at the picture, she's kind of forgot exactly how the picture was, and is now completely going off just like inspiration. It looks like, do you know what it looks like, Polly? It looks like my fish is like before the accident. And then your fish is after the accident. Actually, you know what? The adding in the algae and like the seaweed is actually a nice little addition. Like part of the challenge wasn't to like improve the picture, but I like the fact that you're trying to make it better. You can, whenever you're done, Polly, just come up here and we can have a look and compare the two. Because I mean, I will say that your fish doesn't really match my fish very well, but at least you have used the right colours. And when I did the Nether portal, it ended up looking completely different. But yeah, here they are compared back and forth. So you know what we need to hope, Polly? We need to hope that Fizzy and William are much better than we were at drawing. Because we were absolutely awful. Anyway, if you want to gather up your side, I'm going to gather up my side using the water. Unfortunately, you have to do yours the manual way. Oh no, okay. I was just suddenly thinking, did the water not reach the ends? But actually, it was quite a coincidence when I was designing this, but the water does completely cover the entire area. So no matter where you build, it will be covered. I might increase the amount of carpet you have, maybe just to 20, because if you are building a thing of a certain color, say if you're building like a cactus, like you would run out of green very quick. Like 15 seemed like a lot, but it actually wasn't that many. I do just think that adding up the scores of the final game might be a little tough, so I might do a little bit of a test of that. But yeah, apart from that, this game is ready to rock. So I'll do what I said. I'll change the checkered pattern, make sure that's all good. I'll work out an efficient way to do the scoring. But yeah, in the next episode, we'll be back with all 3 helpers, and we'll have ourselves a tournament of the map game, which hopefully will not be called the map game in that episode, because I would have come up with some amazing, hilarious, clever, and witty name for this game. That's the plan. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if that ends up happening. So yeah, thank you, Polly, so much for helping. Thank you to you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.